Alright, I'm Matt Jones, and I'm making an immersive RPG in Godot. And this is devlog number 6. And it's been about 3 weeks since I made the last devlog. Unfortunately, I'm still doing the move, and there's tons of building and cleaning and whatnot where I'm at the house I'm living at, so I didn't have any time to record the video than right now. So if I flub something, I'm just gonna have to keep going because otherwise you'd hear people banging and talking constantly. So hopefully I don't have to start over or people don't interrupt. But anyway, um, as you can see, I'm using the new Godot 3.5 beta. This one is a lot better than previous. It has a new asynchronous shader stuff built into Godot. I think it's called like Uber Shader or Super Shader or something, but it makes things load a lot more smoothly without making the whole IDE or in the whole game stutter. It's fantastic. I can't wait till this is part of the normal version. I think it was backported from version 4, but congrats to all you guys in Godot for making that happen. But anyway, what have I been up to? I added a new field of view slider on the config page, so now you can change the camera's field of view. So if you want to see more to the sides of your character, right now I just prefer to leave it at 80. Um, um, Maybe hard to notice, but things will load a little bit more smoothly because of the shader cache that I have and the asynchronous shader cache that Godot has implemented. Um, let's see, I completely redid the way the context menus work. Now everything handles its own context menu. This really greatly simplifies things and makes it a lot easier. Like, for example, the car trunk can now have a little indicator if it's locked or unlocked. I can unlock it or lock it. And if it's locked, other characters won't be able to come over and just steal stuff out of my trunk. I'll have to unlock it with the key that I have. So that opens up a lot of cool possibilities for using this cool context menu. It would be nice to move it from this area here over to like probably around here, which is what most games do, like Fallout. The mods in Fallout usually do. Um, what else? Um, you'll probably notice that when I aim, there's a little bit of jitter, like the character has unsteady hands. Like here, I'm not moving the mouse, but it's like the character just drank a soda or something. So this is when they're. So I added different postures, and I need to update the animations, but this just changes the height of the character. We've got standing, we've got crawling, and then we've got prone where they're all the way down on the ground. And obviously this affects the speed of the movement and whatnot. But what we really want to look at right here is the way it affects the jitteriness of the aiming. So now when I'm prone, there's almost no jitteriness, and this makes it a lot easier to aim at things. But if I stand up, it's a lot more jitter, and if I go crouch, it's somewhere between going prone and standing. So this is really cool. It makes the game a little bit more immersive. And as you can see, I have these new temporary models with rigs and collision boxes and everything. This is, I think it's called Mannequini. It's from GD Quest. I'll put a link in the show notes down at the bottom there. But it's this cool tutorial that shows you how to make characters with animations and all that. Um, these ones, you can see it breathing and moving a little bit. This is just the idle animation. But if you look at, let's see here. Here we go. Here's the store clerk. As you can see, we have a few things to fix. The rotation of it is messed up. But we have skeletons that move all the animations, and then they have animation bones, and then we have physical bones, which are used for creating like you can see the capsule around the arm. This would be the collision. So if I if I pew certain characters in different body locations, then it will know what body location it was hit. So for example, if I pew this guy in the arm twice, it will it will be deleted. But then if I pew this guy in the head once, it will be deleted with one shot, one hit. So that's cool. That was a huge pain in the butt to do with the animations and the physical bones and notice how they ragdoll down on the ground when they get deleted, and it will add the organs here. They'll spawn in the correct location. So, for example, you have one at the brain, and then the heart, and the lungs, and the liver, and I'm probably going to add more, but that's good enough for now. Like if you watch closely, you can see the organs spawn right when it gets deleted. So that's cool. I still have problems with the bodies clipping through the ground and falling through. Um, and I even added a um, what do they call it? A ragdoll for when they get hit by vehicles. Let's see if I can get it to work. See, there we go. The physics still need a bit adjusting. Obviously, the car shouldn't get knocked back, but that's really cool. So now we can have more realistic interactions between NPCs and vehicles and the players and whatnot. Um, what else? Oh, let me show you the code real quick here for basically what I'm doing. Basically, let me see here. I just have the mannequin animations here. This is all just copied from the GD Quest thing and modified. Um, and this skeleton here has all the physical bones here, and then it has the the animation bones. These are the ones created in Blender. So it has to kind of marry these two and move the physical bones to the location of the animation bones. And what we do is um, when we start, we get the names of all the bones from the skeleton and keep a list of all the names, and then I have a timer that every like tenth of a second it will move the physical bone to the location of the animation bone. And then if for ragdolling, we just do the opposite. We move we we just do the inverse. And this code needs to be cleaned up quite a bit. It's still a little bit nasty. It'd be nice if I could just put the physical bone inside of the skeleton itself, so then it would just always be in the correct spot. But oh well, it's good enough for now. Well, I'll obviously tweak it more later, but it's nice to have this to test with, so we can test shooting different body parts and whatnot. What else have I been doing? Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I'm using the one of the decal libraries. I'll put a link in the show notes. I forget the name of it. I'm using it for blood, and now I added some more effects to things like these oranges. So if I pew one of these oranges, it will let me see. It will have like a splatter, and then it will also leave a decal. And this needs to be adjusted. That like this is way too shiny. Like it looks like it's almost glowing, and it doesn't quite match the color of the two colors. They look different, but this makes it feel a lot more, I guess, rewarding when you have like the splat. Excuse me. Before they would just kind of bounce like basketballs, but that's cool. So now we have a way to do decals for like items and stuff. What else have I been working on? Oh, I added another type of door, so now we've got, and I added some meshes to it, or some material, so that you have like a wooden door that looks wood, and then you have a steel door that's steel. It looks like metal. The steel door is bulletproof, so the bullets will just bounce right off of it. But the wooden door is the same as it was before. So if you shoot right now, I think if it's 5 holes, the door will fall. It'll fall apart. Um, Oh, and I updated the collision mesh, so you can see the polygons here. When I make a hole in it, it actually updates the mesh to have a hole in it, the collision mesh. So, for example, if I want to, let me see if I can get it. If I want to shoot, oh, I can't get the angle right. Let me see. I'll get out of here, store clerk. If I wanted to snipe this cactus through the hole, it will work. There we go. See, the bullets pass right through the hole. Whereas before it would look like this, but it wouldn't have the actual update. And that's really cool. There's a lot of neat things I can do. For example, these giant concrete pipes here. It's a cylinder, but then I use a CSG shaped cylinder that's smaller to make a hole in it, and and then I update the collision shape. So the collision shape is a cylinder with another hole in it. So it's actually shaped like this big pipe, and that's really cool because it opens up a lot of possibilities for just generating shapes and having them being made out of simple shapes, and it has accurate holes and whatnot and damage. So let's see. I also made more stuff burn correctly, so I could, for example, use a microwave gun here um, to light these on fire, and it'll damage the door. Um, oh, and it's messing up the physics. I forgot about that. I forgot I made a change which is completely tanking the frame rate right now. But if I, there we go. I can light things on fire, and it's damaging the door. Once the door gets to about 375 degrees, it'll catch on fire. So this is doing damage to the door, and then it falls apart because it runs out of health. So that's cool. Obviously, I made a small change that completely tanked the frame rate, but it's normally not like that when it's running. Um, this creates a lot of more opportunities to do interesting things with doors and other things that we can burn, like the cactuses. Those burn. The the orange tree here that'll burn. Oh, the microwave beam is also. Notice how it only goes side to side now. It like has a sine wave that goes side to side, whereas before it was up. It was up like this and to the side, so it made it harder to see. This looks a lot better. It doesn't quite look as good as it should, but it like the movement and the placement is a lot better. What else did I do? Oh, let's see. I added some more breakable like toilets and whatnot. So for example, if I want to break this toilet, I can just shoot it and it'll break, and then a pipe behind it will leak water. Um, you can turn that on and off, and this creates a lot of interesting scenarios I want to do. For example, if you come over here, you could like clog the toilet or break it, and then leave this pipe running, and then go over, and it's going to run through the wall and flood the store. So if the store clerk sees that, they're going to be like, what the hell? And they run over here and turn off the water or do something. But that's like an interesting way to distract people by doing things like breaking certain objects that will create little environmental problems that'll alert the NPCs and whatnot. Um, Oh, I improved the way bullets work. Before, when they ricocheted off something. Let's see. Get here, the rifle. It would just kind of ignore collisions for a little bit, so it wouldn't like get stuck bouncing off the same surface multiple times. So now, for example, if I shoot it in this big concrete pipe, it's just going to keep bouncing around and come out the other end. So it's hard to see because it's not transparent, but it's bouncing like do around and around and around, and then and shoots out the other side. So that's really cool. That open, like, see, you can see it bouncing. Uh, the energy trail or the glowing trail behind it doesn't quite line up where it's supposed to. You can see that, but the pathing is like the way it's supposed to be. So this is really cool. This also creates a lot of more opportunities for immersive gameplay. Before I made these little like frying pans and I was going to try and make bullets bounce between them. It works, but it's like I don't have the correct angle, and I didn't want to waste too much time messing with it. But if you had the angle correct, you could literally shoot a bullet, have it bounce off here, this one, and then this one, and then this one, and hit something. So that's really cool. That opens up a lot of neat opportunities for making more immersive gameplay. Um, what else? Oh, now that Godot supports threads in the HTML export, the game now runs in the browser, which is really cool. It's still a little not as accurate as it could be because there's some weird graphical problems and it's still really slow. But I mean, at least it works. Oh, I added some more items for NPCs to interact with. For example, here's a phone. It's a little big, but it looks like it's a phone. So television, you can turn that on, and there's some static. I use the shader to make the static. You can change the channel, and for now, it's just like a backlight that changes color every couple of seconds. Let me see. There we go. Oh, well, it was red. So this is cool. So that it creates a lot of opportunities for things like security cameras and things to distract NPCs. Because if we have these here, the store clerk's going to want to come over here and hang out all the time and look at the TV, whether it's like a security camera or if they're just watching a show or whatnot. That creates a lot of interesting scenarios. Like maybe I could break the TV with a microwave gun or distort it or something, or I can make the phone ring with a microwave gun, or break the phone, or I can call them. But anyway, that's cool. What else have I added? Um, that's almost. I think that's most. Oh, I also made the microwave gun evaporate water, or the beam will. So that creates a lot of interesting scenarios where you can evaporate water if you want. Um, what else? I think that's pretty much it. And there's a lot of stuff that I didn't mention because it's kind of behind the scenes, like low level details. Um, but I'm going to try and make some more like videos where I focus on just specific features, like how aiming works and how maybe I can work on that and change it to be different for different character stats and whatnot. But anyway, if you guys like the video, leave a comment. If you have any questions, want me to talk about other things or make another video or just whatever, just let me know. All right, guys, I will see you later.